Hello and welcome to vlog 3 of this project. So this week's focus was finalising my idea and the planning. So this week I planned my video and what it will look like, what I'll need for my video, like equipment, a location recce which analyses everything about the location, and a production schedule which will keep me on track with the production throughout my project, so filming and creating the website. On the Sunday before the week began, I concentrated on doing my practitioner study, which is Unit 12. This is something we have to do throughout the project, and it's due in when the project is due, the 15th of February, so I have to concentrate on that as well as the project, so I'm dedicating my time to the practitioner study when I've got time spare. For the first day of the week on the Monday, we had a lesson with John, and this day's focus was focus groups and analysing the focus groups' answers to our ideas. So to begin with, we wrote down what a focus group was and how they work, so how many people are in them to make it fair, what you do, what questions you ask, and so on, just so that we had more of an understanding of them. I then had to write down all my ideas that I had for my project and fill in problems and solutions for each one of them. I then come up with 8 questions for my ideas. For my questions, I wanted to find out if people had access to my ideas and solutions, would they take advantage of them, would they use them, or are they no help to them at all? I then had my focus group, which was a recorded session of my questions. For my focus group, I wanted to do an all-girl focus group so I can get inside of the women views on my ideas, as my project is directly aimed at women. After this, I then done a focus group reflection on how each question helped me and how it's helped me progress the idea or change the idea. On Tuesday, it's only a short day in college, so for that day I managed to get my project proposal finished. This is the document where I've explained my final ideas and how I plan to market the idea using like slogans and hashtags, and why I picked that idea for my project and how it relates to the brief. I also had to show evidence of how I am planning to show problem solving and planning throughout the project. On Wednesday, I concentrated on all my production paperwork, which counted towards my planning paperwork. So I filled in my production schedule, which will keep me on track with my production. I filled in an equipment list and where I will find my equipment and what I'm using it for and how long I'm going to be using it for. I then filled out a location recce for where I'm filming, which is going to be a tennis court. I had to answer questions about toilet availability, legal documents and weather conditions. I then drew out a storyboard for my video and explained what shot meant what. For my last bit of planning paperwork, I drew out a sketch of my website that I'm planning to do, and I wrote about colour schemes that I'm planning to use as well. On Friday, I had finished all the work due for the end of the week, so I concentrated on doing my practitioner study. I also went ahead and started figuring out what questions I'm going to use in my questionnaire for my website. I thought this would take up quite a lot of time into my production week next week, so I thought I'll do a little bit now so that it's done, and that was pretty successful because I got that all finished. So this week I have learned how to produce a professional CV, and I have learned what to include in the CV and what not to do. So I've learned the correct colour schemes to use in a CV and font to use in a CV, because some fonts aren't professional. I also found out that you have to put a reference in your CV if you can, so I asked my media lecturer Hayley to write me out one so I could put it in my CV. This week, something that could have gone better is my concentration towards my practitioner study. I think I got a bit carried away with all the work this week, and I could have done it a bit quicker so that I can spend more time on my practitioner study. I feel like I'm very on track this week. I've got all the work done in time for the due date, and I'm excited for next week, which is production week. This week was a lot more relaxed, as it was all down to us about how much planning paperwork we do. Thank you, bye.